What's going on, everybody? This is Quillen Black, and on this video, I'll be explaining how I use the IML scanner um, with my trading style, at least. Um, for one, I'm very simple when it comes to like this kind of thing. I don't like to complicate things. I like my charts very clean. So for one, I don't actually trade on the actual platform that the scanner's on. I don't analyze from the same platform that I trade on, so I keep everything separate. This right here is my TradingView account. This is what I analyze on. There's a lot of good tools all over here. It makes everything look very clean, especially when it comes to harmonics. Things can get very pretty also. So I could really chart um, and make charts look very sexy, honestly, when I'm using this platform right here. So this is the platform that I actually use a scanner on, which is basically this platform right here. Um, M Trading, it's like M Trader, it's mtrading.com, and I only use this for the scanner alone. That's it. Okay, so that right there, and this right here is XM MT4. This is for Mac. This is what I used to trade on also. So pretty much this is what I used to trade on. Oh yeah, that was obvious. I'll tell you guys why. This was obvious like later on also, especially like with this chart also. Very obvious. Okay, so this is XM. This is what I trade on. This is what I use the scanner on, and this is what I analyze from, which is my trading view right here. Okay, so pretty much all I use the scanner for is to get a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because this training is called a Q print. It's combining my trading style with the scanner, which gives me like a blueprint of what the market is trying to do. Like earlier, the scanner did pick up a GBP JPY pattern, which was a deep crab also, but it was a invalid pattern. Okay, mainly because the market was overall still very bullish. As you can see from ADX was still showing a lot of bullish movements within the market. So um, I wouldn't be surprised if this is also a invalid pattern as far as it caused a lot of drawdown um, and retrace just a little more over this entry point right here, because the market is still showing a lot of bullish movement within the market also. So all I pretty much do is this right here. I'll show you guys 1 second. So I see the overall setup on the charts, and I mark it up right here to make sure everything is perfect. Okay, so right here. And it stops right up there. Okay, so that's the pattern right there. So once I do that, pretty much I use my own technical analysis. As you guys may know, let's clear these off real quick. So I don't, I normally chart up the whole chart, but since whenever I'm using the scanner, I could just mark off like a certain area, do a quick markup, nothing crazy, honestly. All these are old. I'm going to get on my line charts real quick. Quick markup, mark off these key areas that you got to take in consideration. Um, all the key areas within the market, right? Quick markups. What I'm looking for here is pretty much all these key areas where the market gets rejected from. As you can see, resistance, a little bit of resistance, support, resistance, resistance. Normally there's between each daily support and resistance, pretty much there's normally like around 1, 2, or 3 H4 supports. So to take that in consideration when you're actually marking up these points as well. Okay. and back on my hour chart. I mainly analyze from the hour chart, guys, so just keep that in mind. Um, so I don't really do too much. And yeah, like the market is still showing a lot of bullish moves and everything based off ADX. So like to enter right now would be very dumb, honestly. I would wait until pretty much ADX shows a lot of bearish movements based off of the D negative. So as you can see, it's still pushing up. So whoever got into that pattern, yeah. So you got to really have like a lot of extra confirmation, look for confluence within the market before you actually get into one of these types of setups. Okay. Let me finish it off real quick. So what I'm looking for here is these key areas where you see a lot of spikes towards the bottom. You will want to basically hit it on the median within these areas. So pretty much all of these wicks are touching this support line or resistance area. These are the key points that you have to take into consideration, guys. Okay, after that, I'll be using my fibs. So what I'm looking for here is overall just confluence within the market. First thing I'm looking for is, okay, so like is market respecting market structure overall, as far as creating higher highs, higher lows, and stuff like that. At the same time, as you can see, it is still on an uptrend. So actually to take a sell on this right now would be very iffy, you know what I'm saying? So like you would only want to enter the market when you actually see like extra confirmations within the market as far as it doesn't make a new high. And like right now it clearly is. It is a deep crab, but at the end of the day, like it hasn't even hit one of these key levels yet within the market. Personally, I would wait until like the market hits like around a little bit higher, to like an area of like the H4 resistance or even the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Alright, so after that, once I do that, I can mark up a few other charts. All I'm looking for is these blueprints of the market. And I only keep pairs on here that I actually use. I don't keep every single pair on here. That makes no kind of sense to me, honestly. So I would only put pairs on the scanner that I'm actually trading. People that be trading exotic pairs and everything on the scanner, it doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if you guys know about spread. You know, spread is a major thing within the market, which can really mess up a lot of people's accounts if you don't know what you're doing. So I only trade pairs like AUD-CAD, AUD, USD, EuroCAD, and every NZD is the new pair that I just started trading on GBP, JPY. But besides that, pretty much, I don't keep thousands of pairs on here. It doesn't make any kind of sense. It's going to clutter your charts overall, which basically you won't see any kind of consistency in your trading style, period. All right? So pretty much, once again, all I'm doing is getting the blueprints. So that one is done. Let's say I want to look on this pair right here, which is, what is this? NZD USD. NZD USD. Wall drawing tools. Okay. All I'm doing is basically taking the information that the scanner is giving me and throw it on the charts and everything, then add my technicals to it. Okay. Once again, this right here is on H4, so just take that in consideration also. So once I do that, it's marked up. Go on my daily charts real quick. Do my quick markups. Get on my line charts. Mark off my key areas. You know, and it's like I personally don't use it for nothing crazy, honestly. Like I've been doing harmonics for like around 8 months already, so I mean I don't need it. But at the same time, like the the scanner gives me patterns that I don't really trade. Like I don't really trade crabs or I don't chart them, like I don't see them in the markets like that easily, like how I see butterflies and bats and stuff like that. But it definitely helps out big time, and it cuts the learning curve like dramatically and everything for new students that's trying to learn harmonics. So it's pretty dope. Let's mark on these key areas. Daily chart first. Okay, hop on to H4. And we'll check back on the other pair right after this. Remember, 2 to 3 H4 supports H4 resistance between each daily support resistance that we actually chart. 2 to 3. Okay, hop on this H1. Okay, so in this area, as you can see, probably, hopefully you guys can see. So a safe area to enter this right here would have been right when ADX crosses, as far as the D negative crosses over the 20 mark, which is like around this area right here, which is basically the retest. As you guys know and everything, that I'm big on retests. No retest, no entry. Simple as that. That's a big thing that I go by, honestly. So I mean, pretty much this retest right here would have been a perfect entry after you actually see this engulfing pattern right here also. So once I mark this chart up, I'll be waiting for some kind of extra confirmation that the market gives me before I even enter the market. A lot of times when the scanner makes a pattern and enters that entry point, like I say wait. You know what I'm saying? Like get on your technicals and mark up the chart so you actually get that bomb ass entry, so you could become that entry king or entry queen. Because I know there's a lot of queens that's on here and everything, like lady bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the movement right now. A lot of ladies, a lot of females and everything killing the game right now in this trading game. So I mean, it's definitely awesome. So from there, pretty much I'll be marking up more technicals. Mark off my supply and demand zones. As you guys know, previous wick to break out candles close, drag it across. So it's very a lot of confluence when the market hits within that area right there also. Right here, once again, another area that you could take. Okay. Bruh. Let me get my H1s. So some key points and everything that I'll be looking for within this area is mark off these wicks. Try to get areas where all the wicks are touching, guys. That's the main thing. Technicals is a big portion of this right here. So if you were aware of that point over there before all of this happened, you could have entered on a lower time frame, like a 15-minute chart or even a 5-minute chart if you want to get a B-stats entry, honestly. This right here was obviously a pattern. I think this is a evening doji star. So pretty much you will enter once this pattern formed, which is right here, these 3 candles right here. So once that formed, you will wait for that extra, that retrace that the candle does after a pattern forms. So after pattern forms, pretty much it's always a retest or a retrace of the previous candle. It always does this. Once a pattern formed, it retraces to a certain extent and then goes on its way pretty much. All right. And for those who wanted to wait for the ADX the ADX confirmation, you would wait for that retest, like right here, that retest. So pretty much like that's like a secure spot, meaning that the market just broke, meaning that it's not going to actually try to push up anymore once it actually enters this area right here, based off the 1-hour chart. A 1-hour chart, as you can see, that's exactly where it turned. See that D negative point? It crosses over 20 and it's consolidated for a little bit, and then you would have gotten on an entry right there. And your entry would have been perfect because the pattern already formed. This right here is a, what is this? Bearish, a bearish shark pattern. And then all you're pretty much looking for is that extra confirmation to enter the market. Personally, I don't go off of these entry points. You know, it's very, very iffy. So I'll use my technicals and everything to actually place a trade once I actually figure out where the market is actually worn out, exhausted. You know, and using your ADX and your extra technicals and everything can get these entries on point for you. From there, pretty much, I'll be using my fibs. My fibs will be pretty much used for my take profit points that I have set up. So let me write this down. So TP1 would be at 38.2 retracement. 38.2. TP2 would be at 61.8. These are all PRZ levels, guys. PRZ level TPs. 61.8. TP3 would be at 78.6. TP4 would be at 88.6. That is your maximum TP level. Pretty much, like once it pretty much hits 88.6, like it's either like don't get greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like don't get greedy at all. Well, 78.6 would be the one that I probably exit the most, mainly because it's confluence within that area. As you guys can see, it lines up perfectly with this daily support level that I drew, which is the red ones. So when you actually see these kind of areas within the market, that it's confluence. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like double, triple confirmation that you actually look for when it does happen. You know what I'm saying? See, what did I say, guys? Oh my gosh, crazy. That's why I said don't enter the market. I wouldn't even enter. It doesn't make sense. ADX is still showing a lot of bullish movements. Like I told you guys earlier in the beginning of the video, I was like, yo, if you enter the market when it dropped, it'll be very, very dumb of you because the market is showing a lot of bullish movements right now. I'm looking forward to go to this 78.6 PRZ level, which is the third PRZ that is very, very important within the market. The first one is 38.2, and 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. But I did tell you guys in the beginning of the video that like the market is still showing a lot of bullish movements right now. So I mean, to enter this market, it will be very dumb for a person if you don't have those extra confirmations, and that's where the Q print comes in. You know what I'm saying? You're combining my trading style with the scanners. So pretty much the scanner is giving you an overall blueprint. From there, you're using your technicals to actually get in depth of the market, to look into the details on when you actually can enter the market safely, right? And it's pretty mind-blowing that this happened also, because I mean it's pretty obvious. It's so obvious, honestly. The market is respecting market structure overall. ADX is still showing a lot of bullish movements. It hasn't hit an area that you can say that the market is fully exhausted, right? So don't get faked out, and welcome to the Q print. Hope you guys have a profitable week, and let's make it happen.